resurrect the only ones who can save this world. The undeserved gods. Yet again.
As we approach the release of the first Doom Eternal DLC, there are many questions we as Doom fans have. Questions about what we should expect, about game mechanics, about what can they add to an already great campaign. But most of all, for fans like me, questions about the lore and what this DLC will add to the Doomverse's canon or continuity. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another lore talk about Doom. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to be notified with continuous Doom lore discussion videos. Now let's get into why you clicked on this video. Yo. If it isn't already obvious by the title of the video or the title of the DLC, we're going to be discussing the Doomverse's ancient gods. But of course, none of us actually know who these ancient gods are. As of now, we can only speculate. Given that the Doomverse is based on and mirrors a lot of Christian theology, with demons, satanic cults, an actual hell, a heaven in the form of Urdak, their maker angels, and most of all, Doom is based on the Bible's end of times. For instance, in Timothy chapter 4, verse 1, it reads, "The Spirit clearly says that in later times, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons," which is a direct quote reflecting the actions of Order of the Day and the UAC cultists who followed suit. Or another, Matthew chapter 24, verses 21 and 22, which read, "For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened," which in a way reflects demonic invasions of Argent Dinur, Sentinel Prime, and Earth alike, all pointing to the monotheistic religious belief of Christianity. But now we are heading into territory that is considered polytheistic, especially with the title, The Ancient Gods, pointing to multiple deities. So like you, I wonder, who are these ancient gods and what is their significance to the Doomverse? As I ponder about who these beings are, I decided to look into the Codex for insight, and the only evidence of godlike beings I can find are who the Argenta looked up to prior to coming into contact with the Makers, the Wraiths, or Elemental Wraiths. In the Codex entries about the Sentinel history, they are described as forces of nature who brought vitality to the land and were worshipped by the Argenta as the first ones, which gave rise to the secret Order of the Sword, whom later on became the Night Sentinels. According to the Book of Kings, an immense shard of rock and metal known as the Cosmic Spear pierced through Argent Dinur, impaling through the planet. The impact opened the womb of the world and released the Wraiths, who then brought life to the planet with each breath, in what is known as the Wraith Call. I don't know about you, but any being that can live inside the molten core of a planet and bring about life with a call seems godlike to me. If you've given the time to collect and read the Codex entries, it will be revealed to you that the crucial part of the creation of Argent energy were the Wraith's power combined with Hell's essence. Argent energy is so powerful and unpredictable that it has a 50-50 chance to either end or enhance life. Fortunately for the Doomslayer, the latter is the case. If you had the chance to play Doom 2016 and gone to the last level, collecting the Codex entries of course, you will learn that a commander of the Night Sentinels by the name of Valen, who lost his son in the war against Hell, ended up betraying the Night Sentinels by giving away the keys to the Cathedral of Reflection, primarily used to worship the Elemental Wraiths. This gave way for Hell's forces to abduct the ancient creatures and transport them to Hell, where they were cursed and subjugated, used for fuel for the well. Yes, these are the same creatures that the Doomslayer used the Demon Crucible to absorb their life energy and freeing them from the bondage of being the well's source for limitless Argent energy in 2016. As for Valen, if you haven't put two and two together, He is the betrayer. You come into contact with him in Doom Eternal, who also happened to train the Slayer as a Sentinel. I do believe the elemental wraiths are the ancient gods spoken by Dr. Hayden and the Seraphim in the DLC. Their essence or powers are still in the Demon Crucible, so I do believe that the Slayer will be guided by Samuel Hayden to return their life essence to the core of Argent in order to resurrect the ones who can save this world, because they have the power to create life. So give me some of your thoughts on who you think the ancient gods are, and whether you agree or disagree with my assessment. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and share this among the Slayer community. I look forward to your comments and perspectives. Subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. This is Kaizoku Sleven. Appreciate you.